So, hi, my loves. Welcome back to Trend Talks. I'm Mirals, and thank you so much for tuning in. By the way, it's a new month. It's October, so happy new month. May all your dreams, your wishes, whatever you aspire to be, to do, may it all come true. Okay? And let me remind you that we are on the road to 6,000 subscribers. So kindly, please spread the word for me. Spread the word. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You know that there's an amazing community that's for Harry and Meghan, and the support will be highly appreciated. So now let's get to business. Harry was in Ukraine, and I don't know why someone had mentioned on X. It's only a matter of minutes before they send out someone in Ukraine, and guess what? They did. They did send on to Ukraine, and it's like, what? What happened to the incandescent with rage? Why did he not go? Because remember, he threw a tantrum saying that he wanted to go to Ukraine. It was his idea. That Harry took the idea from him, and he was advised not to go because of security reasons. And he was advised like it's dangerous. He should not go. And people are like, well, and went. Harry also went. What's stopping you, William? What's stopping you? What's stopping you? So, of course, man's raging. We know right now he's pissed. And that just tells you they don't trust William to go to Ukraine. They do not trust. They know he's going to make a joke out of the monarchy. Because with him, it's just photo ops. It's not genuine. It's just like photo op. And then again, the monarchy was embarrassed that Harry's out here doing such amazing work, humanitarian work, and then they're there. And then, of course, they had to send out Anne. Anne is, say what you want to say about Anne, but we know he's one of the most hardworking members of the royal family. Like, he works 3-4 times as hard as those lazy grifters. So, yeah, they sent Anne to Ukraine. And, of course, there are a lot of things that people are not happy about. There's an incident where people are not happy with Anne did. Remember when Harry was in Ukraine, there was so much love, like all over social media. The fact when it was just revealed that Harry was in Ukraine, mind you, that was his second time in Ukraine. The way people were just excited that he was there for Invictus and, to help the wounded veterans. And he got so many gifts. Like, the coverage was insane. Ukrainians love Harry. The way he was being gifted tons and tons of gifts to send to Meghan was so incredible. So incredible. So the thing is, it's not happening with Anne. The UK media was sitting that they did not have the inner scoop that Harry was going to Ukraine. They knew after Harry was in Ukraine. And, Anne, we just found out he was in Ukraine, right? They're trying to use Harry's playbook. Like, oh, let's act like, we'll release once he's been there for a while. Once she's left, we will release it. Like, they're trying to copy Harry. Again, they already are. Say what you want to say, but this is clear as day that they are rattled with Harry getting so much love globally. And again, Harry going to a war zone and proving that he just cares about people and these veterans. So, William, people have been saying, what? The incandescent one was sitting and raging. What happened? He could have gone. And the director's like, no. He was, they're glad that they did not send William because people would say he'd copied Harry. But the thing is, William is just a coward. He will not have gone. For him, it's a photo op. It's not work. And the monarchy knows that. So they know they cannot send him there. He's going to make a joke, an embarrassment, a shame out of the monarchy. So hence why they did not send him. And here I have an article and I saw something. So the Princess Royal has made a surprise trip to Ukraine in a show of solidarity with children and families facing the horrors of the Russian invasion. The King's sister traveled to the war-torn country on Tuesday, where she left a teddy at a children's memorial in tribute to youngsters killed in the conflict, saying her daughter Zara Tyndall had the same bear. As the princess stepped back after placing the traditional-looking teddy, which had a yellow and black ribbon tied in a bow around its neck at the base of the memorial alongside the scores of other cuddly toys, she told First Lady Olena Zelenska that was one that my daughter had. There's a problem with that because a lot of people are like, so you traveled miles away to a war zone and you just had to put a teddy bear? Like, listen, the people are not happy about that. People are like, what? Harry was there and for the veterans and everything, and you just went there and for a teddy bear, and you live like out of everything that's happening, you thought like it's fit for you to leave a teddy bear. So there's that discourse. So people are like, oh well, it's the gesture that counts, but a lot of like, you could have done anything other than like you could have brought so many things other than a teddy bear. But I mean, that's a discourse for the internet to digress. Honestly, that's a different discourse. So in light of this, people just kept saying, people are making a fun of bullying. It's like, oh, here's another person who went to Ukraine and still you did not go. So there's a way they poke in to see that the UK media is not covering Anne's visit to Ukraine. The way they so much did Harry's is just so telling. You just know that they are so obsessed with Harry. That we've been knowing. We've known that for a long time. But you think that they will, focus on the most working member of the royal family, right? But no, there's literally crickets. Literally, like, okay, yeah, she was in Ukraine and and we're just waiting for tons of articles to come out saying how William is like wants to go to Ukraine, but he was busy, he could have gone. You know how they like downplaying and twisting things. We're just waiting for that. Anyway, let me just show you some of the comments and how the internet is reacting to that. So you have Sage say, if you recall, Harry's first visit to Ukraine was not publicized until after he'd left the country for security reasons. William could definitely go to Ukraine and do the same thing if safety was really the main concern. It's about time people realize that no one in William's camp or in the Foreign Office has faith in William to conduct such an important diplomatic trip. They would much rather send the Z team, Anne and Sophie, who have at least proven they can interact with dignitaries without acting foolish. Oya says he never wanted to go. If he had, he'd have gone. For goodness sake, the Prime Minister went to Ukraine. His security is even tighter than William's, and going just exposes the toxic British media lies about the reason for William not going. Sue says, as we said, nothing stopping lazy whining Prince William caught lying again. Oh, Harry shouldn't have gone. He knew I wanted to go fast, but they wouldn't let me. Kensington Royal do something with his sniveling wimp and his lazy wife. World Cup winners, hashtag red roses. Sussex says, Chuck sends someone he knows won't embarrass him. Absolutely. Kay says, Willie is in no fit state for anything right now. Little brother Harry has morphed into a killer whale and is fighting back. Just says, someone is going to be incandescently bat hurt. Of course. Bezzy says, that's just cause the other one is too important of a statesman. Lol, he's a big gun and they can't waste him on a trip like this. They leave him to his home renovation and land grabbing until they need him for something important like market opening in Chelsea. Martinez says, William's whatever that word is, aunt is in an active war zone meeting with Ukrainian leaders. Meanwhile, he's busy fencing off his new home so no one walks across his lawn. Who's the grim old fat here? Elle says, Harry's visit had walking them, skeletons. Abina says, looks like someone missed out on Ukraine again. Those that can and will do. The others just rant incandescently. And then Kim says, it looks as the British royal family feels embarrassed and are running behind every successful activity Prince Harry accomplishes. Absolutely agree. And then you have Barney says, where's Wakshay Willie? He refused to go to President Carter's funeral. He refused to go to Australia for the Women's Cup. He refuses to do royal tours anymore because he only does small art things. And yet he enjoys his £23 million per year tax fee. Stephanie says, has the royal family ever made a surprise trip to Ukraine before, or is this once again following in Harry's authentic footsteps? Also, poor Anne, her nephew William is too lazy for honorable work. Becca says, everyone is doing William's duty for him. How can this heir be so lazy? I know, right? Joan says, it says a lot about William that his 75-year-old aunt went to Ukraine before him. A lot. So embarrassing, honestly. Zandy says it's very telling who's trusted by the UK government to visit Ukraine. It's not the other brother. The official visit taken at the request of Foreign Office comes just weeks after her nephew Prince Harry visited war-wounded veterans during a surprise visit to Kyiv. Titan says nothing more than a clumsy and cynical attempt by Harry's relatives to neutralize his visit. That Maya says this is embarrassing for William. And then Katerina says the difference between Prince Harry and the rest of the Windsor leeches is that he was invited by Ukrainians for his work with veterans, while the others imposed themselves. Pathetic that they showed up to make their PR out of the war-torn country less than a month after Harry's visit. And guys, there you have it. So we're just going to wait for the incandescent one to again throw tantrums and write millions, send his minions to write tons of articles saying, I was supposed to go, but I had another engagement. Oh, this and this. Oh, no, Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Emerald. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.